Hey guys, it's just me tonight. My co-pilots are all missing. We had a snowstorm or, a mild snowstorm, ice storm here earlier. So it's just me, no Nicole reading the comments, so I won't be getting back to you. That's why I left my contact information. You guys can message me. I'll get back to you that way. I had a cold. I was under the weather. So sorry I haven't been on here. And again, sorry I can't talk too loud. But if you guys can hear me, we're good. Cynthia Calvillo and Carla Esparza, and I think Cynthia's gonna win this. Calvillo, I think she's gonna win. I actually called her to win, but it's gonna be a really tough fight because Carla Esparza is really talented. Um, she's a veteran, so I can't see I can't see her not doing really well. Um, So let's see. Yeah, Carlos threw, throwing a couple punches, threw a kick, and Cynthia's answering them. They're feeling each other out in the center of the octagon. I actually can't wait for it to go to the ground. They're both really talented. Now here we go. Calvillo just took down Carla, and Carla's pretty good with her jiu-jitsu. So, um, this could be a really good matchup for both of them. Um, this should be a really good matchup. Carla's throwing a couple punches from the bottom, and you have Cynthia working to get into full mount. She's in side control. She's throwing some elbows down on Carla. She's actually doing a lot better. I thought Carla was going to control the ground more than Cynthia would, but Cynthia's a beast. She's on a tear right now. Carla, Carla's on bottom right now. Cynthia's on top, and she's working to get into full mount. Carla's throwing some punches. Cynthia's still working for control, throwing some elbows. Uh, Carla's got Cynthia's leg controlled, so it's hard for her to get into full mount. And she's really not doing too much work, and Carla's not taking too much damage either, so that's really good. Oh, there we go. Cynthia's in full mount. And she just threw a nasty elbow, and it looks like Carla's working for an armbar. Nope. Yep, Carla's dangerous off her back, so I kind of thought that would happen. She's dangerous, so this should be a fun, scrappy little ground up. Here we go. Carla's definitely working it on. Oh shit, she lost the armbar, but that just showed she's a threat. If I was Cynthia, I'd be careful of that ground game with Carla Esparza. Cynthia's in side control. She's not doing much, just dropping some elbows, softening up Carla. Carla's doing some work from the bottom as well, throwing some elbows. They're doing enough work that the ref is not going to stand them up anytime soon. So, but I'm really surprised. Oh, Calvillo's throwing some vicious knees from side control. Some elbows. And, Carla's not taking too much damage, which is good, but still, there's only so much you can take, so much damage when you're getting, pummeled. And Cynthia's controlling her on the ground pretty well. But again, Carla's sneaky, so that could change really fast. That could change really fast, and I'll just really quick. I can't do too much of that. Sorry, guys. I don't want to get my channel pulled, so I can only show you a little bit here and there of what's going on. But Cynthia's got a lot. She's got Carla up against the fence, up against the cage. Now she's just raining punches down I'm sorry, control up. And they're almost up to their feet. Nope. Carla's got, nope. Cynthia's got control again. She's now raining punches down, ground and pounding. Carla, she's got Carla. Oh, shit. She, now Carla's on top. That was a fun little scramble right there. Holy crap. I knew this was going to be a really good fight. Carla's raining some ground and pound. Oh, that was awesome. That was a really good round. I would definitely give that round to Calvillo just because she had control the entire time, even though Carla showed that she can get out of some really tricky situations and even do some damage from a less dominant position. But that was a really, really great first round. I'm really excited. I'm excited. These ladies are badasses, both of them.
She only coming right hand, so let's have the left hand up. Left hand up. Look for those jabs. Keep her at range. Uppercuts her back. Hey, right kick too. She walks out that way. Snap it to the head.
Yeah, this is a really good fight. This is exciting. I'm sorry I didn't get to show Neil Magny and Carlos Condit. For those of you guys that didn't watch or haven't heard, Carlos lost. Neil won by unanimous decision, 30-27 two times and 29-28. I actually thought it was going to be 30-27 across the board. Still was a really, really great fight for Neil Magny. He controlled a lot of the takedowns and the clinches. He was just doing so well, and it looked like Carlos took 2 years or three. However, he took a long time off. He had a long layoff, and we're back. Carla just threw a really nice right hand, and they're in the middle of the octagon, feeling each other out. I have a feeling it's going to probably go into the second, much like it ended at the first on the ground. I don't think they're going to trade hands too long because Carla's not as skilled on her feet, and Cynthia's a scrappy ass bitch, so. Yeah, they're trading some shots. I will not be shocked when either of them shoots on each other because they're both really, really, really great with their ground game. I was really surprised that Cynthia controlled most of it though, but not shocked at the same time because she is very talented. And she started training. I think she still trains with Team Alpha Male, and if not, she definitely started there, and they're known for that. They're just feeling each other out right now. It's throwing a couple kicks and punches at each other, and Cynthia just caught one of Carla's kicks. Cynthia's looking really, really good. She's looking like she's just wanting to attack. I don't know why she hasn't. But I guess they're just, circling each other. Neither being too aggressive right now at the moment. Neither of them. Oh, ooh, Carla just threw a really nice combination at Cynthia. They traded some shots. Nothing serious though. I'd like to see it go to the ground. That would be really nice. Oh, and it looks like it might. They're tied up in the middle. Cynthia, just on the release threw a couple nice combination at Carla. Caught Carla twice. It didn't seem to phase her too much either, so. They're both throwing some shots at each other at the same time. I'm really surprised neither of them are taking it down to the ground at the moment. It looked like Cynthia was working for the takedown for a couple seconds. They tied up in the center of the ring and didn't last long. Yeah, I'm really shocked that Carla's not doing takedown. But here we go. As I'm about to say, I'm shocked that Carla's not going for any takedowns, and she went to, and Cynthia stuffed it and threw a knee on the release. That was really nice. This is just showing Cynthia's at she's at a very high level in this division. She's really good, very talented. Yeah, she's throwing a lot of punches, but Carla's getting out of the way of a lot of them. She's able to split really quick. I would love to see this at the ground again. They're just, still feeling each other out, circling each other. throwing a couple, punches combinations. Nothing's really connecting like crazy. Neither of them have, significant swelling on their faces or anything. Now they're trading some nice shots in the center. Both of them are throwing some really nice punches. Even Carla's throwing some clean shots. Her striking looks really good tonight. Comparatively, how it's looked in the past. Up, but she got a nice takedown. Carla Esparza, single leg takedown. Really, really nice. Up, and they're back up. That didn't last too long. Didn't last too long. Back at the center of the octagon. They're just circling each other in the center of the octagon again. Carla just threw a jab or two. Didn't really do much. They tied it up in a gap and traded a knee. Carla threw a knee, so did Cynthia, and they're back to striking again. But you know what? It's really funny because neither of them are neither of them to me are being really, really aggressive, which I'm used to seeing. Carla with the takedowns, and Cynthia's a very aggressive fighter too, so I'm a little. Well, I mean, maybe they respect each other and that's why, but Cynthia just got another takedown, and they're back up. This just shows how strong Cynthia is, that she's not, that Carla can't keep her down. And I'd like to see Cynthia then actually in the third round, which is about to end. I'd like to see Cynthia go for the takedown and control Carla on the ground again, because she had a lot of a lot of success with that in the first round. She had the takedown and controlled almost the entire thing. So if she does that again, I think this is showing how many times Carla tried to take her down and Carla couldn't keep her down, that if Cynthia does that again in the third round, it might turn out very different for her. So I'm kind of hoping she does. I hope that she, takes it into the third, it takes it back down to the ground, and just controls Carla from there, because I think she'll be able to. If she can't finish her, she'll be able to take the decision definitely. Carla's, she's not taking too much damage, but she's not doing too much either. So we'll see what happens after this break. Excuse me. I like Cynthia's hair color. It's purple like mine. Well, hers is a little darker than mine. It's still really nice. All right. We're back into the third round, guys. And talk in the comments. Tell each other what you think. If you think they're going to turn it on and come out blazing, which they kind of are. They're trading some shots. Carla just threw quite a few punches, nice combinations. She's looking really good. She's fast. I mean, neither of them look like they're too winded or tired in the third, which is, I didn't think that they would. They both looked pretty decent coming out of the second. Nice combination for both of them. Neither of them look, like they took any damage to their faces. Up, Carla's going for another takedown. And Cynthia looks like she's about to get it instead. She has Carla up against the fence now. And Carla's throwing some, short jabs from inside the clinch. And she's pressing Carla up against the cage, though. And Carla's throwing some knees. But Cynthia's nice elbow from Calvillo. She's just really strong. She's a very dominant, strong chick. And Carla's a very strong girl, too. So this is kind of, for me, a little surprising. I as much as I knew that Cynthia was going to win it, I really wanted to see Carla win it. I'm shocked that she's not, but Cynthia's a stronger chick. It's just showing. And it looks like at this point, Carla's just chasing her down. Yeah, Carla's just kind of chasing her at this point. Cynthia looks really like she's going to explode on something anytime soon. Although Carla just a really nice combination and ended it with an uppercut that Didn't do much damage, but still, it was a nice. It looked really nice. And she's really going after Cynthia hard with some, trying to throw some punches and just threw a nice kick. But Cynthia just is getting out of the way really well. She's evading those punches, and she's evading everything that Carla's throwing at her very, very well. And she just answered with a nice combination. Carla's throwing some nice leg kicks. Smart. I would be destroying Cynthia's lead leg if I was her. She looks like she's taking some damage to her leg a little bit. It's nice and red. But Calvillo's definitely pushing the pace tonight. And it's Cynthia who's having to. Calvillo's pushing the pace, and Carla's having to chase her and run after her. And you can definitely tell Cynthia doesn't look like she's tired at all. Calvillo's throwing some nice. Oh wow, they're both throwing some nice punches right now. Some nice combinations. And Carla's just, running after her, throwing some punches. And she's actually, Cynthia has Carla up against the cage, and Carla has her in a guillotine. And let's see if Carla can actually, nope. And she lost the guillotine, but threw a nice left hook that definitely caught Cynthia in the release. That was really nice. Oh, she threw another left jab at Cynthia. She could find her range in the next minute and 13 seconds. So she maybe could do something about it. But Cynthia's just getting right out of the way at every. It's really incredible. And Carla just can't find her range with her. And she shot again and she was stuffed. Up. Now Carla just threw a really nice combination. Answered by Cynthia. It's a good fight. And Carla's going for a single leg takedown, and she got it. And it doesn't look like it's going to last too long, and it didn't. They're back up. This is such a good one.
That's the wrestling ability of Esparza taking over instead of switching jiu-jitsu, flattening the hips and passing the guard.
Yeah, Carla's just really not having luck with her range tonight. Cynthia, because if she did, she would have taken Cynthia out by now. And Cynthia's doing really great. They both are. It's obviously neither of them are walking out of here too damaged or, too winded. But I definitely think Cynthia's going to take it. No, you know what? I don't know who's going to win this one, actually. I have to say, even though the first round was completely Cynthia, it was a little back and forth, but Cynthia definitely controlled the ground the whole time in the first. The second, I would say it was very, very, very back and forth and so close. This round, though, even though Carla wasn't able to connect and couldn't find her range, she was still more active. So that might be served in Carla's favor for this decision. She might get it on the third round. I don't know. We'll see. But that was a really great fight. If Carla could have connected and could have found her range a little bit better, and Cynthia wasn't. That was awesome. That was a really great. That was a good fight. Cynthia's gonna be a danger sooner. She's gonna take to some ladies in that division real soon. I could see them putting her up against Rose. It looks like they're trying to give her a push anyway. They're trying to give her a really big media push, and I think if they do, I could see them putting her up against Rose soon. And Carla was a pretty marketable girl too. The whole division is so marketable. It's just sad when the UFC markets a couple fighters over another and not other ladies that should be marketed really, really, really well. But yeah, I could see they're trying to give Calvillo a push. They've been. But she's in your face with her personality. So I guess that serves its purpose in the UFC. If it didn't, you wouldn't see Conor McGregor's, making so much money and the loud ones.
All three judges for this contest, 29-28 for the winner.
That went to Carla Esparza, unanimous decision. I mean, I'm not shocked again because of the last round. Um, you know, she was definitely more the aggressor in the last round, chasing after Cynthia. And again, she was chasing after her and wasn't having her range, but still, if you look at it in the perspective of how they score fights now, they score fights on that. You know, takedowns count, but you have to be able to control the person. Being aggressive, that actually counts for something. So it does make sense why she won. I thought it would have been a split decision.
I really worked on my wrestling and my scrambles a lot. Cynthia has an amazing ground game, really quick scrambles.
It was a good fight, though. I'm not upset about it.
I added a little.
And I actually thought that it was going to go to Cynthia. I called that from the beginning. Um, I called it 2 days ago, so, you know, I mean, I'm upset about it. I'm not upset that my spidey senses were off. Oh, well. Who do you guys got in? What's the next fight?
Pre-order now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So make it 3 of 4 for the former champion Carla Esparza.
Well, this should be Dan Hooker and Mark Diakasi. This should be a really, really, really good fight. I don't know who I want to win this one. I think I called that Mark was Diakasi was going to win this, but who knows? Anybody really could win this fight. Dan Hooker's a really good good fighter. I don't know who I think is going to win, but I'll tell you who I think is going to win. Habib Nurmagomedov is definitely, I think, he's going to beat Edson Barboza, and I think Chris Cyborg is going to beat Holm. I actually think Chris Cyborg is going to knock her out in the third round. And I think Habib Nurmagomedov is going to win, maybe by submission. Come down to the unanimous decision, but Habib's going to win, and I have a feeling he's going to end up fighting Conor McGregor. Actually, you know, even if Tony Ferguson fights Conor McGregor, it's still going to end up a great fight, and I think that Conor's going to end up losing that belt. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying that, but oh well. Dan Hooker has some long legs. He's a lengthy gentleman. Those long legs, they'll kick you real quick before you even realize it. And Mark is really talented, and I actually think that he's going to win, but we'll see. We'll see. That's up next. That's up next. What are you guys doing for New Year's Eve? Comment, message me. I put my information in the description. You can message me at inthegirlscorner@gmail.com. You could actually even find me on Facebook at Kerry Stellar. I'm on Instagram. I'm all on everything. Because I won't be able to comment back tonight. But if you guys message me, I'll get right back to you. Yeah, what are you guys doing for New Year's? I'm actually going out for the first time, and I can't tell you how long. Last year, actually, I'm lying. Last year, I went to World Series of Fighting at Madison Square Garden. That was awesome, but that was during the day. So by the time we left, it was late enough, but early enough. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's not stay in the city. So we went home, and we actually ended up getting stuck on the train and almost had to spend New Year's Eve on the Long Island Railroad, which would have really sucked, but we didn't, thankfully, and we ended up getting home just in time to see the ball drop. This year, I'm going to the Paramount. Can't believe I'm actually going out, and I'm going to see some 80s something band, Jesse's Girl. I'm kind of excited about it. Something different to do, something fun to do. I'm actually going out. I don't drink, so that's not going to make a difference, but it should be a really fun time. And again, I'm not staying home, so I'm really, really, really excited about that. And then next weekend, I'm going to reality fighting at Mohegan Sun. I have a couple friends that are fighting on that card. That should be really fun. January 13th, going to Rise Submissions at the Space at Westbury. February 2nd, I'm going to Ring of Combat at the Capitol in Manhattan. I think the 17th, February 17th or 16th. I don't know the exact date, but Bellator is going to be in Mohegan Sun. I'm definitely going to that. Um, what else am I doing? Oh, March 23rd, 24th, 25th. I am co-hosting with Shane Faison the Super Series, the Super Seminar. It's actually, we're going to have four coaches so far. So far. We have Andy Sauer. We have Dwayne Bang Ludwig. We have Jose Aldo. And we just announced Bass Rutten. I know there's going to be two more coaches announced. There's going to be a lot of special guests, a lot of special guest hosts and coaches. And I'm going to be there within the girls' corner. And my girls, Jenny Nadell, Jennifer Dugwin, and Nicole Monaco. And we're all going to be, yeah, hosting this whole weekend of Super Seminar. It's going to be really, really, really awesome. It's going to be on pay-per-view. There's going to be so many features. I'm going to have all that released in the next couple weeks. I'm actually going to have some interviews up next week. I will be interviewing, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, with Jonathan Ruiz from Striking 101. We are going to interview Dwayne Ludwig and Andy Sauer together. There'll probably be some people popping in and out of there. You never know if Bass is going to come into that or not. But that should be a really fun day of interviews. But that Super Seminar is going to be absolutely awesome. We have a lot of live content on from that, from the coaches. You never know who else is going to show up. I know on the inside some people are, and I can't really say it, but there's going to be some more coaches. And if you guys want to message me, maybe we could do a little guessing game. And you never know if you're right. I might actually tell you you're right. But we have some really, really great legends that are going to be coming down for that seminar. And it's going to be in New York. Sorry, I didn't even say where it's going to be. It's going to be at the Queens College in New York. Queens, New York. So you don't want to miss that. It's going to be an awesome, awesome seminar. 3 days. And this fight's about to start. I'm pretty excited.
One of the UK's top experts, Marcia Casey's mix of power and charisma has made him a fan favorite in the octagon. And after winning 3 of 4 UFC outlets, highlighted by jaw-dropping knockouts,
my voice is so jammed up. I'm sorry, guys. But the show must go on. Not feeling good. My voice is all fucked up. But I'm here. I know that some people actually don't get pay-per-view or can't get pay-per-view. So I figured, fuck it, I'll do this for you guys. Tell you guys what's going on. Show as much as I can when I can. And that's it. So we're going to be rocking and rolling in 2.5 seconds. Chilling with my cat. She's on the floor. Her name is Soldier. My other one, oh, she's not in here right now. So, and I have another one. Her name is Sage. But Soldier's hanging out on the floor right now. She's being a bad girl. And we're waiting for this fight to start. I'm really excited though. I hope you guys are too. What fights are you guys looking forward to coming up in the next couple weeks after the new year? I know that there's some really great cards coming up. Who do you guys are going to think are going to be breakout stars of the new year? Do you think Cynthia Calvillo, like I said, they're trying to give her a push? Who do you guys think is going to get a big push from the UFC? I'm hoping when we hear Cyborg retain her title, that they're going to give her more of it, a lot more of promotional push. They should. She deserves it, especially at that account. A lot of people are going to call, if Holly Holm wins, they're going to call her the Giant Slayer. The Giant Slayer. I like that. And I get that because, she beat Ronda Rousey, but at the same time, I kind of feel like if she can't defend her title, is she really the Giant Slayer? Is she the best female fighter of all time? If she can't defend her title successfully, I don't know. To me, there's something to be said for that. And, say what you want about Ronda Rousey, but that woman successfully defended her title. I can't tell you how many times in dominant fashion and was beating bitches in seconds. So, even though she got beat by Amanda Nunes pretty quick, but she was beating girls like really, really fast. And there hasn't been a champion in the women's division of her caliber in a very long time. So, I don't know. I think there's something to be said for that. Your fight career doesn't come down to your losses, in my opinion. I think that's just kind of stupid. And that's like, I don't know if anybody heard, but I know that they've been really, really, John Jones's camp and even the USADA is really, 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 really trying to like find any kind of reason that he tested dirty for a banned substance. They're even going so far as to like trying to pull all the substances that he took to see if anything was tainted. I mean, they're really trying hard. And if that ever happened, oh my goodness, could you guys imagine that if it came out that John Jones's supplements were tainted? Do you like have any idea what would happen? I mean, the only thing that I could see would happen was would DC get to keep the belt, or would they have to fight for it again? I mean, could you fucking imagine that being the trilogy of DC and John Jones? Because John Jones is fucking, got fucked over. I mean, that would be a pretty epic saga and a pretty epic ending to a very crazy, storied fight drama that those two gentlemen have had. So I could see it happening, and the way that they're going on this witch hunt, I wouldn't be shocked. So, and I read a bunch of things today about that, and I'm not saying that John Jones is innocent, but I am saying you never know. So do stay tuned, because I will, as soon as I hear some more news on that, I will be the first person to tell you guys. Because that's pretty exciting, I have to say. The thought of that, the thought of it. I like trilogies, I like drama. I want to see, Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor 3 as much as the next person, but I do want to see Nate Diaz. I do want to see Conor McGregor defend his lightweight title before that. So. Guys, this fight's about to start. Fight's about to start. Super, super excited. That would actually be, if they were to actually have that happen, that would be as cool of a story as like, Ronda and Misha fighting again in UFC, even though they're both retired. And I've actually read Misha Tate spoken in interviews recently saying that would be the only fight she would ever come back for as Ronda. And I don't think Ronda would ever come back, but imagine that would be pretty. Everybody would watch, even though Misha's lost to her twice already, 3 times, twice. Either way, it would still, people would watch no matter what. I would watch. I'd watch that super fight. Well, let's check it out, guys. New Zealand. I'm really excited. They're both really talented. This should be a very scrappy fight. We should see a lot of action, a fast-paced fight. And guys, excuse my voice again. My voice is a little jammed up. I've been a little under the weather the last week. Sucks. It damaged my vocal cords a week ago. That was awful too. 2 weeks ago, couldn't even talk. Casey is in red, Dan Hooker's in black, and this should be a battle because they're both extremely talented. I actually like Mark Casey's hair. This blazing red mohawk's really kind of cool. Hooker just threw a Hooker. It sounds so funny saying his name like that. Hooker just threw a really nice kick, but Casey just fucking caught it. It just sounds so weird. Hooker just threw a kick. He threw a kick. Just hearing this on TV is really funny. Weird. They're feeling each other out right now. Throwing some feinting punches and some fake kicks and just trying to get one of them to pull the trigger. And Dan Hooker's throwing a couple kicks, and Mark Diakisi's gotten out of the way 3 times to make that. And if Dan Hooker can't find his range and can't get his reach in there, you might see a Mark Diakisi win right there. Spinning fucking kick. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful kick from Mark. Holy shit. That was really pretty, and it landed, but it didn't do much damage. But it was right to Dan Hooker's abdomen. Now they're just throwing little kicks at each other. Ooh, that must have hurt. Dan Hooker threw a nice leg kick at Mark DXC, and he actually, you could see he was stepped away for a second. That hurt. Oof. And they're not really doing much. You can tell the crowd's a little pissed about it. They're getting loud, but they have respect for each other. They're both very talented. I don't know if I'd be going in there wild either. See, and Dominic Cruz agrees with me. With these guys, you have to have respect for them. You have to be careful because they're both very, very, very. They're good fighters. Casey's actually looking like, I don't know. He looks like he's those kicks, those jumping, spinning kicks are insane that he's throwing. He's throwing two, and Dan Hooker just caught the last one. So as much as you could catch it, it will connect and it will hurt. He just threw a nice straight kick, but it didn't connect, and if it did, that could have taken Diagassi's head off. Dan Hooker just threw a nice right. But nice. Diagassi's throwing some wild feints. I don't know why he's throwing them. Spitting, jumping kicks and feints and roundhouses. Why? Crazy. That's the crazy thing to feint with. I know he wants to look fancy, but I'm just a little baffled by that. I'm sure Hooker is too. He's throwing a couple jabs, but he looks like he's just trying to figure out what Diagassi is doing too, as much as I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. But Dan Hooker is he looks like he's trying to find his timing, and he looks like he's hunting for a knockout with his right. He's got his right hand, you could see he's sitting there, and he looks like he's just hunting for an overhand right, but he's throwing kicks. And Diagassi just caught one and went after him, but didn't do anything. And Hooker threw another kick, and Diagassi caught that as well. And on the release, Hooker threw a kick and another kick. Answered by Diagassi throwing a low kick. Oh, they're just trading kicks right now. Yeah, he keeps on throwing. He's telegraphing his kicks, and Diagassi is just catching them. And he just actually went. He tripped Dan Hooker, and it actually got turned around, and then Dan got the takedown. You got 10 seconds left in the round with Hooker on top and Diagassi's up against the fence. Nothing's happening. And they're back up, and the round's over. Yeah, the crowd doesn't like this fight, but that's all right. The crowd isn't in there. They can get as mad as they want. They're not in there. Round is about to start. I think we're going to see more action probably out of Dan Hooker because he's probably getting a little frustrated with Diagassi's style, which, it's smart of Mark to have, fight the way he does, but he could get caught real quick with throwing some fancy feints like that. Crazy. And here we go in the second. Yeah, and it's crazy because Dan Hooker keeps on throwing kicks, and DXC keeps on catching them, and DeCasey, I can't pronounce this fucking guy's last name. I can't at all. And it's starting off much like the first round did, where they're just, you know, throwing fades and feeling each other out, not connecting with anything. DeCasey has been going from southpaw to orthodox, but he's still not doing much damage with it. I mean, it's actually a smart move to do, because then Dan's not going to be able to see what he's doing, but it's not doing anything right now at the moment. The crowd is pissed because they're not doing anything. They're just feeling each other out, and again, I understand it. That was a really short. DeCasey just threw a really nice overhand right. A couple oblique kick from DeCasey that could have hurt. And Dan Hooker's about to take him down, has him up against the fence. And I could see Hooker's going for the takedown. I'm surprised he's not trying to trip him, but he can't get him down, so he's right now got him pressed up against the fence. He's working him on the fence. Not really doing much, not effective. I mean, he's got him tied up, but it's not like he's doing much damage. He's up there, he's throwing a couple punches, and actually DeCasey turned it around, and now he almost took him down. It's back around again. And it's funny because they're both fighting for underhooks, and they keep on getting turned around. And right now, Hooker has his left arm went up. This is a crazy, scrappy fight. They're off the fence and back in the center of the octagon, trading some kicks. DeCasey's throwing some nice leg kicks. Hooker just threw a nice straight leg kick, followed by a nice little combination. They're tied up in the center of the octagon. DeCasey threw a nice knee to the body on the release. And it seems like his counter punches and counter strikes are a lot more effective. I didn't see how they ended up on the ground, but they're on the ground, and Dan Hooker's about to get DeCasey's back. He's working on it. He's got his back, and they're doing scrambling. Dan Hooker still got DeCasey's back, and he's got a body lock, body triangle. He's got a body triangle. So he might be working for. I'm assuming a rear naked choke, considering he's got the body triangle and he's got one underhook. He's got his. He is working. What are you, ref? Come on. I hate when the refs say work. It's like, what the fuck do you think he's doing on the ground right now? He's had a nice transition into a body lock from the back, and the ref's telling him, who the fuck is this ref? He is working. He's kicking DeCasey's leg. Oh no, DeCasey's actually doing the kicking. He's trying to do some dirty boxing, kicking Hooker's legs, but it's not really doing anything. Dan Hooker still got him by the back, still working for a rear naked choke. It's not happening. DeCasey's throwing some more kicks to Dan Hooker's foot, but again, it's not doing anything because Dan Hooker is trying to work for a rear naked choke, but actually DeCasey's doing a really great job defending it. Considering he had a really nice body lock and the scramble was great, and he looked like he would have been able to do something with it, but fortunately for DeCasey, he's got a great defense, and is doing a great job scrambling. Oh, wait, if he turns into this too much, Dan would definitely be able to get it easier, but he's just, his shoulder, he's up, and he switched it right over, and that was awesome. Transitioned right onto top, and now DeCasey is just throwing a couple elbows and short punches, and nothing serious, though. The round's about to end anyway. Round's over. The crowd's not happy. The crowd's never happy. So hard to win over a crowd. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I got a cough. Dying over here. Ah, sucks. Hate being sick or whatever's going on. Let you guys see what goes on between the rounds. Oh, sorry that I'm not feeling great, guys. But again, like I said earlier, the show goes on and you do it anyway.
UFC 219, Cyborg versus Holm, Archie Casey and Dan Hooker now with 5 minutes or fewer to decide this one.
Oh, it's Herb Dean. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. At least not Mario Yamasaki. That fucking guy. Casey just threw a really nice highlight kick that was beautiful, right to the upper chest of Dan Hooker. But they're still in it, so it's not like it's doing much. Just points. Oh, now the Casey's unleashing through on the fence against the up, and they're off. And Casey just went for a takedown, and Dan Hooker turned it around and has got a guillotine, and that's it. The round is over. Dan Hooker won by a guillotine submission. That was a fast little scramble. I did not expect that to happen as fast as it did when he got the guillotine. I thought he was gonna have to work for it a little more, but it looked like the way that Casey went in for it, the way that he shot in for it. It was really crazy because Dan was able to turn it around, and when he shot in, Dan got him right underneath his, right under his chin, and was able to turn it around. And right when he turned it around, I mean, it was just, it must have been a perfect leverage and crank, and got that guillotine in, and that was beautiful. And that was it. That was a guillotine. That was a beautiful submission by Dan Hooker against Mark DeCasey. And that was a very fast tap. I mean, that was immediate. I thought it would at least take another couple seconds. Sometimes guillotines take work, but it's all on how. Here. Right here. Right when DeCasey went in for the shoot, went to take the takedown. As soon as he went to take the takedown, Dan Hooker got his neck and got him right underneath the chin, and just didn't even really have to do much because that leverage was there. That position was there. That choke was in tight. Game over. Lights out. Boom. That was a beautiful submission. Love it. Love it. That transition was amazing. Amazing. Guys, I said earlier in the video, I don't know if anybody saw, if you've tuned in, I can't get to your comments till later. If you message me, I'm looking at my phone. Gmail, in the girls' corner at Gmail, I'll answer you on there because I have a different camera set up and my girls aren't here to answer the questions for me tonight. They usually are, so I apologize. But if you message me in the girls' corner at gmail.com, I'll answer it. If you message me at Kerry Stellar on Instagram, I'll answer it. Kerry Stellar on Facebook, even, I'll answer that too. I'm on it on my phone. Got 2 things going right now. That was a great fight. Wow, Dan Hooker wants to fight at UFC Perth in 6 weeks. That's amazing. No time off. Good for him. Well, you don't take too much damage, you can do that. Why not? I think that's awesome. So yeah, guys, I'm doing this awesome seminar, 3-day seminar, the super seminar at the Queens College in Queens, New York, March 23rd, 24th, 25th. And it's going to be Dwayne Bang, Ludwig, Jose Aldo, Andy Sauer, and we just got Bass Rutten on there. There's going to be a bunch more of legendary coaches coming on, but this seminar is going to be amazing. I'm doing commentary, and actually promoting the whole thing with Shane Faison. But if any press is out there watching and they want to come, you can email me at inthegirlscorner@gmail.com, and I will issue you a press pass. Brian Ortega in the house. Yes, I am actually issuing the press passes for that event. I'm really, really, really excited about it. I mean, some serious legends are going to be there. And I mean, I've actually been at fights that Bassarin's been at quite a few times. And I haven't had the chance to meet him yet. So I'm really excited that I'm actually going to not only get to meet him, but I'm going to get to interview him. And next week, I'm doing an interview with Dwayne Bang Ludwig, Jose Aldo, and Andy Sauer. Oh, wait, not Jose Aldo. Well, yeah, maybe Jose Aldo might be jumping in on that. If they have a translator over there. But it's definitely going to be Andy Sauer and Dwayne Bang Ludwig, myself, with Jonathan Ruiz next week. I believe Wednesday or Thursday. And if I don't have it on here live, it'll be on MMA World on Facebook Live. But I'm going to try to have a couple cameras going where I could get it YouTube Live for you guys. And I'll actually do like a promo video the day before so I can let you guys know exactly what time I'll be going on. And you can catch that awesome interview with some legendary coaches and some fighters. Andy Sauer is an amazing kickboxer. He's a Dutch kickboxer, and he's so fantastic, so talented. Dwayne Bang Ludwig, if you don't know who he is, that is TJ Dillashaw's coach, and he is a very inspirational man. I've actually met him. Did a seminar with him 2 months ago, and he's really, really, really a really fantastic coach, a great guy, and I understand why TJ's in the position that he's in, and it was a really smart move for him to go with Dwayne. So look out for that next week. I'm really excited. Oh, who's next, guys? What's the next fight? Let's see. I'm excited. Oh, shit, we got Khabib Nurmagomedov and Edson Barboza is actually next, guys. I'm really excited. I think Khabib is going to win. I think he's going to be the one to take Conor McGregor's belt, if you ask me. I think he's going to beat Edson Barboza and face Tony Ferguson next, and the winner of that is going to face Conor McGregor, and I think it's going to be Khabib Nurmagomedov. I just see... He's got great... I mean, I like Tony Ferguson, too, a lot, but Khabib is just... He's funny. He's got personality. I like him, so I think that'll be a really, really, really great... He'd be a good champion. And he may wait, so I'm not upset about that. No weight problem this time. What about Chris Cyborg? Did you guys see how great she looked at the weigh-ins? Usually Chris looks depleted and she looks tired and very unhealthy. And this time at the weigh-ins, she didn't look depleted. She looked really good. She looked like it might have been an easy weight cut, an easier weight cut for her. And I mean, I actually happen to think I think Holly Holm looks a lot better at 145 anyway. So if you ask me, in my opinion, I think she looked jacked as fuck, but she looked a lot better. And it's probably a healthier weight cut for her anyway, because Holly Holm's not a tiny girl. She's a decorated boxer who's fought in many different weight classes. So I can't see that having not been a beautiful thing for her to go up to 145. If she wins, if Holly Holm wins, that's going to be pretty incredible. And like, what are they going to do with her next? Because who would she face? Who's even like out there to face the next featherweight contender? Megan Anderson. It would actually, honestly, that's where I could see if Holly Holm wins, Megan Anderson's going to come out of her, whatever she's doing right now. She's going to come out. She's going to try to fight Holly Holm. Also, Jermaine Durandamine is going to try to come back and fight Holly Holm. I think Misha Tate might become undefeated, unretired at that point. And I could just see this big drama-filled 145-pound division that isn't there. If Chris wins, if Chris Cyborg actually wins, and I don't want to say actually, I want to say if she wins because I pretty much think she's going to, who's going to want to face her? I would love to see Megan step up and actually do what she should and face her. I'd love to see, we know Jermaine's not going to, so that's never going to happen. Who else would there be, So we'll see, but I definitely think that they're trying to gear. I don't know if you guys saw any of the promotional posters, but they made Cyborg look like a demon. They made her look mean and demonish, and they made Holly Holm look like an angel. So I could see they're definitely Um, they're definitely trying to, they're trying to do something with Holly Holm. They'd like to promote pretty girls, and I think Cyborg's a good looking chick personally. She's, she's a big girl, but she's not a bad looking chick at all. The UFC just likes to market who they like to market, which is actually kind of sad. It's really, really sad. I'm really excited about this one, guys. I definitely think Khabib's gonna win. I can't say it enough. I think he's gonna do really well. Not that this won't be a good fight, because Edson Barboza is a really good fighter. But I'm just seeing crazy blonde wig winning this. Crazy blonde wig wearing dude winning this fight. That's what I'm feeling. We'll see what's about to happen. We'll see what's about to go down. Oh, hey, what do you guys think about my crazy pants? These are my, actually, and they're not pajamas. They're fuzzy, fleecy pants. They're my, I call them my holiday pants. I figured I'd be festive on this podcast and wear my crazy holiday pants and my fuzzy boots. Can't be serious in my, all black, everything, all the time, Gotta change it up once in a while. And wait till we're doing this show. Actually, this is something I can announce too. I just got the good news that In the Girls Corner is going to be filmed out of Law MMA starting in a couple weeks, and it will air on Inked Magazine. And that's going to be, I think, in a couple weeks, and it's going to be myself, Nicola Monaco, Jennifer Duquin, Jenny Nadell, and it's going to be filmed out of Law MMA, which is awesome. Jenny Nadell is one of Ray and Chris's star athletes, and she's one of my BFFLs. Love that girl. She's a professional kickboxer. Definitely look out for her. If you guys don't know who she is, look her up. Jenny Nadell's awesome. Jennifer Duquin is a Olympic boxer. She boxed in Rio. She's a very, very talented young lady. And she's our co-host as well as Nicola Monaco, she's the only one who's not a fighter. Nicola Monaco's, I'm not a fighter. I used to train, so I'm also not. But Nicola Monaco is a comedian. She's hysterical, but she does have fighting in her blood. Her cousin is Mark LaMonaco, and he is a WWF alum wrestler. I think he fights now in the WWE. I don't know. Anyway, and then we're gonna have some rotating co-hosts of Jillian DeCourcy, Lindsay Van Zant, Destiny Quinones, and these are all ladies that have many upcoming bouts, so I know that they're not going to be able to be signed on all the time. And I've reached out to a lot of my other lady MMA friends who can come and co-host, because this is going to be an all-female hosted MMA show on Ink Magazine. I'm really, really excited. So be looking out for that in the future. And look out for all the promo posters and stuff that I have going on In the Girls Corner on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Kerry Stellar also on Instagram and Facebook. Tell me what you guys think of my purple hair. I got bored. It used to be blonde, now it's purple. I get bored. I do crazy things with my hair. I won't do it blue, I promise. Blue's a little crazy. I think I have a little streak of blue somewhere in there, but I got purple this week. I'm really, really excited that Habib made weight. I did not know if that was going to happen. I'm so excited about this fight. And Habib he's undefeated at 24-0, so this is really exciting. He's a big threat to anyone in the lightweight division. This is so exciting. The winner of this is going to face Tony Ferguson. The winner of that is going to face Conor McGregor. And I think it's going to be Habib Nurmagomedov. I can't pronounce his last name that well. Nurmagomedov. Yeah, I was close. Nurmagomedov. I was close enough. Close enough. I'll take it. I'm learning. I'm going to see if you guys messaged me. Damn it, guys, I can't answer the chat, so if you guys want to talk to me, message me, please, on Instagram or on Facebook or Gmail or wherever. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place.
next month, Barboza 1 inch taller and will have a 5-inch reach advantage against the Eagle Nurmagomedov. All right, now for the introductions, we turn it over to Bruce.
Fight's about to start, guys. I'm pretty excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event.
So excited.
Ready to tap out? Check in at Motel 6 and say, we'll leave the light on for you. Look online at motel6.com. And the film right, starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. Now streaming only on Netflix.
So excited. Khabib looks really good. And Edson has no fucks given. He's just like, whatever. I'm here. He looks very calm, cool, and collected. Edson Barboza. Oh, this fight's gonna be really good. Oh, guys, this fight's gonna be really, really good. And again, I can't answer the comments, so if you guys want to message me, that's why I'm looking at my phone, seeing if I got any messages, which I have gotten, but I don't know if it's from any of you guys, so I'm not bothering. Because I mean like that. The wig thing is hysterical. So many people are wearing it. I love it. You got Big John McCarthy as the ref tonight, guys. John's a really good ref, so I'm not too upset about that. He knows what he's doing. Actually, I think I might take the ABC course and get certified. Thinking about being ABC certified, and then nobody can tell me about the rules because I don't know every single one of them. All right. Edson's throwing some nice light kicks at Khabib. Khabib's checking him. This is already starting out action-packed. Edson's just throwing a bunch of light kicks. And Khabib is just eating them and dancing, and he just threw a nice right jab, and he's up. He has a combination for both of them. Edson's throwing some inside leg kicks like a motherfucker, and those hurt after a while. Feeling each other out. Khabib is not at all being afraid. He's being the aggressor. It's actually he is being the aggressor. And he went to go shoot, and Edson got right out of the way, and Khabib is throwing a couple of punches. Edson's throwing some kicks, and Khabib's throwing some. Oh, Khabib caught him with two rights, and he looks like he's going for a takedown. He's got Edson up against the fence. He's got the underhooks. He's got Edson push up against the fence with the underhooks. If he could get a trip in there, he could get him down, take him down. Might want to soften him up with some knees. We'll see. Up. And Edson's out, and actually Khabib slipped on the way to chase him. Edson just threw a nice body kick. Khabib answered it with some lefts. 2 left jabs. And Khabib's having to chase him a little bit. Edson's pretty good at evading. Oh, Khabib just threw a nice combination and went for a flying knee because he's pissed that he's having to chase Edson Barboza down. And just took him down. That was a nice trip. Very nice trip. He's got Barboza on his back, and Khabib's in full guard. He's just throwing some elbows at this point. Nice ground and pound with elbows. There's another one. Nice overhand. That was a beautiful fucking elbow. Oof. He is throwing some vicious elbows at Edson Barboza. And his elbows are absolutely vicious. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yeah, Khabib is a beast on top. And it looks like Edson could be trying to go for a triangle. So Khabib's throwing some... he's throwing some nice punches. and Barboza's just eating them. And now Edson has one of Habib's legs locked up. That doesn't mean anything. Habib's still working him down with some elbows and still has top control. Now he's in side control. Or he could throw some knees if he wants to. But it looks like he's trying to swing around for a full mount again. Oh, nice elbow he just threw down. Oof. He's trying to pass Edson's guard to get to full mount. So he could throw some ground and pound. He's trying to control Edson's left arm. He's throwing some nice punches and hammer fists. Some of them are connecting, some aren't. Habib is just all over the place. That's the last motherfucker you want on top of you on the ground. Because he is just going from side control to full mount to side. He's just all over. And Edson can't do much about it. Habib is just all over him. Raining down some punches. Oof, he's got Edson against the fence, and he's just literally just throwing some nice short right jabs, and now he's just ground and pounding him on top of the fence. Up. He's really, and now Edson's finally, you're starting to see the effects. He's got a little cut above his left, right on his left cheek. He's got a nice little cut. Habib's working to get a full mount again so he can rain down some more ground and pound. There you go. Oh, Edson just is about to give up his back, and if he does, that's not going to be good for him. Habib's in side control again. This is crazy. Throwing some elbows and throwing some elbows. Vicious elbows. It's going to hurt. Now he's throwing some body shots. He's in side control. Edson's got control of one of Habib's right leg. Now he doesn't. And Habib's got full side control, and he's about to pass guard, and he now has Edson up against the fence, and he's just softening him up with some more lefts to the body. And it looks up. He's going for the rear naked choke. Nope, he lost it. Yo, Habib is just a beast on the ground. That is the last motherfucker you want to be on the ground with. He is just mauling the fuck out of Edson Barboza, and the round is over. That was awesome. Edson is a bloody mess right now. This is a great fight. I'm going to show you guys this quick little, if they show anything. Oh, no, they won't. Yeah, hold on.
See here? Barboza landing huge kicks, body and legs. Habib says,
No, well, they're not showing. Oh, here we go.
and he's just absorbing them.
This is amazing. This is a beautiful, beautiful fight. They didn't even, they just showed the takedown at the end.
The amount of power that he's able to generate and just the constant.
Amazing. Amazing. He broke Edson Barboza's nose, definitely. The doctor's in there addressing it. Not bad, though. Not like they were going to stop the fight over it. This is going to be a great fight. Great round. Habib just threw a nice couple kicks. Low one, a high one. Threw an elbow from close range. That was nice. Another left kick to the body. Edson just threw a nice right kick up high. And Habib countered that with a couple jabs. Oh, just threw a nice left and a right. Oh, and a nice flying knee. Had Edson up against the fence, then back in the middle where Habib's just throwing some nice jabs. Edson's eating them, but he's still throwing them. Oh, man, Habib is just throwing some crazy combinations right now. Right hook, left, and an uppercut. Fucking 3 right jabs, a left, a right, a kick. Oh, my God, Habib is insane. He is just mixing it up like this guy is going to take Conor McGregor's belt. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care. Snoop Dogg's right. Habib Nurmagomedov he's the fucking real deal, and this guy is gonna take fucking Conor McGregor's belt unless Edson can actually do something like insane in this fight, which I don't know if he's gonna be able to. This dude's crazy. Habib's got him up against the fence right now. He's literally got one of his hooks and he's just throwing some punches with his other arm. totally controlling Edson against the fence. Throwing some nice lefts. Edson's face is definitely feeling that shit. You can see it. I hope he gets the takedown or trips Edson. That would be really cool because he was just dominating on the floor. I mean, he's dominating right now. He's just pressuring the fuck out of Edson Barboza. They pushed up against the fence and oh! Edson just threw a spinning back. I don't even know what the fuck that was, and it could have clipped Khabib and did nothing. That's a scary motherfucker. Like, that was a beautiful kick, though. I don't even know what to call. Ooh, and he just threw another nice kick, and it just connected, and you could tell that Khabib felt that right in his abdomen, and that could have knocked the wind right out of that motherfucker. I'm surprised, and they're both just teeing off on each other. They're trading shots. Really trading shots. Now Khabib's going for the takedown. He's going for the single leg. And Edson's trying to stuff it. And Khabib got it for a second. We'll see if it lasts. Nope. Yep. He got it. And Edson got back up and he got it again. And now he's looking like he's about to get Edson's back. Yep. He's going for Edson's back. Edson tries to grab the fence and Big John was right in there to stop that. Khabib's working to get full mount. He's in guard right now. Yeah, Khabib's about to get full mount and he's about to start running some vicious elbows down. But Edson Barboza has one of his arms around Khabib's neck and they're able to control him a little bit, and that didn't last long. Khabib's just throwing some nice right jabs from guard. And he's waiting to get full mount. You could see, and Edson just doesn't even know really. Like he doesn't have an answer for it. His face is a mess in comparison. Khabib could, if Edson makes the wrong move, and Khabib if he can work for it, and he looks like he's working to possibly take the back, but he's still doing some ground and pound, so he could really do anything at this moment. He's got Edson up against the fence. Edson's sitting up, and he's just taking shots to the face. Khabib's a fucking beast. Like, I don't know how there's no way. If this goes down to decision, Barboza's losing without a question. I can't see it going down to decision because how can Barboza's face take any much more? I mean, he's literally just taking shots after shots after shots. And his face is a bloody mess, and Khabib just keeps on throwing lefts. This is incredible. And Edson keeps on trying to get back up, and Khabib's like, no, motherfucker, you're going back down. And this is the third time he's controlled it. He's got complete control of Edson Barboza, who looks like he could not try to throw an up kick, and Khabib got right back into fucking mount, and the round's about to end, but I can't see this third round going any different than the first two. Khabib is just a fucking monster. Ended that round with a couple punches. Wow. Edson Barboza's face is a disaster. I hate to even say that, but it's a fucking horror show. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I can't pronounce his fucking last name. Nurmagomedov is there we go, I gotta say it slow. Khabib Nurmagomedov is a fucking animal, and I'm loving it. I love it. His transitions are amazing. His groundwork is insane. He's amazing. Amazing. Yo, Khabib Nurmagomedov, mark my words right now. I'm calling it, is taking fucking Conor McGregor's belt this year. Mark my words. Edson Barboza's a mess. He's sitting there, he's bloodied up. Khabib doesn't even look like he's got a round. Khabib looks great. Edson looks a disaster. And oh, God. And he's smiling anyway, so he's loving it. Anybody that's in there getting their face beaten like that, you can't not be not loving that shit. Come on. I miss getting punched in the face. Ooh, Edson came out with a flying knee and a fucking Superman punch almost at the same time. wasn't effective, and he's coming out guns a-blazing because he knows that Habib is about to fucking fuck shit up. Habib, they're trading kicks, they're trading punches, but Habib looks great coming into this third round. And even though Edson's face is a mess, he's still he's light on his feet. He's he looks like he's not winded. His cardio looks good still. So this is a fantastic fight. Habib is, oh shit, just do some vicious combinations, and he's literally chasing after Edson at this point. Vicious combinations Habib is throwing. He's got Edson up against the fence at this point. He's got one underhook, double underhooks, and he's going to be going for the takedown. Habib Nurmagomedov, I said it a couple times. He's going for the takedown. This dude's he is just epic. Habib is honestly one of the most talented fucking fighters I've ever watched in my life. This guy is going to take Conor's belt. He can't not. He's mauling Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza is getting up and eating shots at the same time that just Habib is just controlling the fuck out of him the entire time. In the clinch, in the takedown, getting on the ground, from guard. This is just insane. This whole fight, I have not seen a fight like this in a very, 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 very long time. This is amazing. I'm sure Habib's got to be somewhat tired for going fucking 3 rounds and balls to the wall. He's literally like just lighting up Edson Barboza, going for the trip, going for the takedown. I know he's going for it. Habib's going for it. He's got a single leg. Oh, lost it. I mean, shit. 3 rounds of this, he's got to be tired, but he's not fading. And Edson's face looked like it hurts bad. I'd be in pain right now if I was him. Habib is just controlling him like crazy, throwing punches while he's, oh my God, and that was a beautiful elbow right from fucking coming out of the clinch. And he's right back with the fucking double underhooks trying to take Edson Barboza down, who's got a nice fight stance, and that's why he's not able to take him down right now. He's got great takedown defense, Edson Barboza. Not shocked he's from Brazil. Hashtag not shocked. Now they're trading some really good shots in the middle of the octagon. And again, Edson, his cardio looks great for having just gone 3 rounds. Oh, these spinning fucking roundhouse kicks, and that, oh my God, if he connects with one of these kicks, Habib is going down. And I can't. That's 2 he just threw in a row and didn't connect either of them. And if he did, that would have been lights out for Habib Nurmagomedov. I gotta say it so slow to get it perfectly right. If not, it does not come out right. And Habib just got Edson Barboza down. He is in side control. Not in side control. He's working for the mount. He could very easily get Edson's back. Edson's in a bad position right now. He's got Edson up against the fence. He's just throwing some nice punches. He doesn't even need to ground a pound. He could literally just ride the rest of this fucking round out just where he is and win the entire fight. Unanimous decision. Not even a question. Edson hasn't done dick comparatively. Comparatively, literally, the entire fight has been Habib Nurmagomedov. He's a beast. He's just grabbing Edson's arms, trying to grab him away from the fence so that he could get his full mount and get the ground and pound that he was doing so well with, and he's having great success inside of this is just, he's amazing. And Edson has no answer for it. I mean, no answer for it. He's not even not even able to block the punches that Habib's throwing, and Big John McCarthy's just like, all right, well, he's not ground and pounding him, and he's not about to, like, you know, not getting a, I'm so surprised that Edson's still in this. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. Oh, and they're up. 22 seconds left, and you never know. Ooh, Edson threw a nice knee. Habib's throwing some punches, wild punches right now. Because Edson's he's evading amazingly, and he's circling away beautifully. And he's been doing it, just throwing some wild kicks at this point. I think Edson's just trying to get anything in here to knock Habib Nurmagomedov out, and that's it. That round is over. Habib Nurmagomedov is going to fuck up Conor McGregor when the time comes. Ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it here first. I am telling you, you're seeing the new king of the lightweight division. That was a fantastic performance. And anybody that says it wasn't a fantastic performance, I would be willing to get in a fucking octagon with you and fight you. Because that was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Oh my God, I can't believe that. I can believe that.
Go-to takedown on the fence, switches to a single here.
I've got to post this shit on Facebook.
Goes back to the double, switches back to the single. Just non-stop transitions. The ground and pound though was everything for Khabib. The way he stays on top, the way he lassos those knees so you can't get away, and then just releases so much punishment on you. Just puts so much down pressure on you and damage that he just takes the air right out of your sails.
Yep, as my Facebook status, Habib Nurmagomedov is going to take Conor's belt. You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, I am calling it. And I'm also calling that Cyborg is about to win. She's about to retain her belt. I think it's going to be a really good fight, but I think that Cyborg's going to get, and I called this, by the way, I think that Cyborg is going to get the knockout in the third round. Holy shit, that was a beautiful performance by Habib. Habib Nurmagomedov, that was just amazing. Amazing.
Almost 200 landed strikes. All were significant. They're all significant strikes because
Amazing.
so it's not just picking and choosing what lands heavy. They all are.
The official decision brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a vast nationwide 4G LTE network. Here's Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard.
Habib Nurmagomedov won by unanimous decision, I'm sure.
30-25 and 30-24 for the winner by
Yeah, dude, this guy's gonna fucking take Conor McGregor's belt. I don't care what none of you people say. I don't care who gets mad at me for saying that. My spidey sensors are calling it. I am calling it. Conor McGregor's gonna lose his fucking belt to this dude. He's gonna lose. He put his look. Habib's the shit. Yo, that dude's fucking awesome. How could you not love this guy? He's got personality. He could beat your face off. That's right. Glory be to God, Habib. I'm with you on that.
Today I was like my son is born. I said congratulations, thank you so much.
Oh, he had a son today, I think.
Thank you so much. Well, 25 and all.
That was a beautiful fight.
Injured. I can fight with anybody. Now, if UFC give me 1 hour rest, I can fight one more time with Condit or Tony. That's no problem. I feel great. These guys, one of the
He wants to fight Conor or Tony. I think they're gonna give him Tony, and then the winner's gonna fight Conor McGregor. I can't see it going any other way. It's really the only decision that makes all the sense in the world.
15 minutes because my last fight was like
I'm going live on Instagram too because that was just some crazy ass shit.
It's not for everybody. Always saying thank you. Thank you for my father. Coach Father.
That was crazy.
He's the best.
Crazy.
He's the best. He's like
Yo,
my
if anybody's out there, did you fucking just see that insane, amazing fight between Habib Nurmagomedov and Edson Barboza? I am not in the least bit shocked at how that fight turned out. Not at all. I'm over here on YouTube doing a live reaction commentary video, and I'm just completely blown away and so happy that that fight was just such an action-packed, insane fight. That fight was so crazy. Habib Nurmagomedov is going to take Conor McGregor's belt. Get mad if you guys want. I don't really care. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. He's going to win that belt. He's going to beat Tony Ferguson. That's the fight that's going to happen. That's the next fight for Habib Nurmagomedov. I'm calling it right now. My spidey senses are fucking telling me some shit's going to go down in this new year. That was insane. Holy crap. Holy crap. They honestly, I could see them bypassing Tony Ferguson completely and just giving Habib the title fight. You want to know why? Because fucking Dana White never sticks to his word. So you want to know what? I can honestly see that happen and I would not be shocked. Guys, I just had to come on for 2.5 seconds because that was just fucking insane, absolutely incredible. Cannot believe how amazing that fight was, how technically skilled Habib is. Ugh. Go over to YouTube. I'm on there right now doing a live reaction video. Guys, see you later.
All right, still to come on UFC Women's Featherweight title fight between Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm. What's coming up? Brought to you by EA Sports UFC 3. Powered by Real Player Motion Tech, EA Sports UFC.
Amazing. Look at this.
The most authentic UFC experience ever in a video game. Pre-order now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Well, 3 weeks from tonight, the UFC heads to one of America's best sports cities and live.
I think that Cyborg's going to win. You're going to hear, and still, I would be completely blown away if it was the other way around. Just throwing that out there. I feel like shit, guys. This sucks. Ugh. I guess worse things have happened, right? Worse things have happened. I could be like, not able to watch this and share my lovely opinions with you guys. So, whatever. I feel like crap. Oh well. Worse things have happened than feeling like shit. Oh man. Who do you guys think is gonna win with Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou? Anybody think that Stipe is gonna retain his title? I think Francis can do it. I just think he's a little overconfident. But Francis can absolutely do it, and he could take Stipe's head off. So I'm a little nervous for Stipe Miocic in that. But I'm really excited to see that fight, and I think it's going to be a crazy matchup. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little scared for Stipe, but you know, everybody's gotta face the best at some point, and right now Francis Ngannou is at the top of that list, and I love both. I'm a fan of both of them, but I'm really a big fan of Stipe, so I really want to see him retain that title. But back to tonight's card, who do you guys think is going to win tonight? Do you think that Cyborg is going to retain her title? Do you guys think that Holly Holm is going to be able to actually, you know, solve that equation? I don't know, because you got, you know, Cyborg's a Muay Thai champion. She's a UFC champion. She is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She is a very talented shoot-the-box fighter, which, I mean, this girl's she's got so much going for her. And then you got Holly Holm, who's a decorated boxer and kickboxer and champion kickboxer and boxer in different weight classes. So you have two very, very, very extremely talented, dangerous women that are about to step into this octagon right now. And I don't really know who's gonna win it for sure. I do. I think Cyborg's gonna win it for sure. I'm telling you right now, if Holly can win it and is able to actually pull off the head kick against Cyborg, I will be just blown the fuck away. And you know what? I in a way hope that Holly does win, and if she does, I just hope that she's able to, you know, successfully defend that belt, because I can't call anybody that, like, the greatest when they can't successfully defend a belt. Because there's always somebody out there greater that's just ready to step up and step out. But it's just, I think it's going to be a really good fight for both of them, because again, Holly is a fantastic fucking boxer. She's a fantastic kickboxer. So she definitely has the skill to beat Cyborg. It's just, can she? She beat Ronda Rousey, but, you know, you're also talking about Ronda Rousey was not half the boxer that Holly Holm is. And Chris Cyborg has some dangerous hands. So, I don't know. I mean, if she could get Chris to chase her around, she's going to have a lot of success. I think that's going to be a big part of her success in this fight, would be getting Chris to chase her around and circling around Chris and, you know, ducking out of the way of Chris's punches. And, you know, then she could throw that counter head kick, and that would be definitely her way to success with that. And throwing some teep kicks and some oblique kicks is definitely going to be good for her as well. So I think that she definitely has the ability to, because Chris Cyborg is just a scary bitch, and I think a lot of people are are very not afraid of her, but hesitant when they get in there with her, and you're getting in there with somebody that's that much bigger than you, and she is a big lady. Um, but Chris Cyborg also, she's just so incredibly skilled, and she's been in this game for such a long time. So if you think that she doesn't hasn't trained for a fighter like Holly Holm or trained for Holly herself, I think we're all kidding ourselves right there. So um, just my personal opinion, I think she's definitely well trained for this. And again, you're talking about a woman that has, I can't even tell you how many Muay Thai fights. I'm gonna have to look that up because she's got a lot. And she's only lost maybe one or two times in Muay Thai, not many times at all. Um, it's gonna be crazy. And I mean, the only thing that I could say that would make the stars align for this is like, this would be Holly Holmes making history, and I could see her doing it. She's a very spiritual woman. She's an there's something, but they both are. So is Chris. People just don't look at it in the same way because, she's not a like an American Christian like Holly Holm is, but they're both very proud women, very spiritual women, very talented women. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty fucking excited to watch this. And I gotta say, I don't think Chris looked bad at the weigh-ins, and usually she looks depleted as shit. She didn't look that bad, so I don't know. Did the weight cut affect her? I mean, it never really does. Like, she looks like it does at the weigh-ins, and then she comes into the fight looking like a fucking animal. So I don't know. This weight cut to me looked a little comfortable for her, which is good. We'll see. We'll see. And if Cyborg wins, who is she going to fight after this? Is Megan going to step up and actually fight her? I can tell you right now, if Holly wins, I could see the laundry list of ladies that are going to step up to 145. You're going to see Megan's going to come back. You're going to, or finally come to the UFC and actually fight. You're going to see, I think you're going to see maybe Valentina take a step up to 145. You might see, not Valentina, you might see, you could possibly, 'cause I know she went down to 125, but you could see Misha Tate coming back to try to fight her at 145. I could see Jermaine Durandamine coming back into that division to try to fight her. You can see a plethora of girls coming out of the woodwork trying to fight Holly Holm to take the belt from her. And that's the cool thing about Holly is that people, as soon as she won and beat Ronda, they all counted her out. And but she's this very special lady. So we'll see. It's about to start. I'm pretty excited. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'll be really, really, really happy to be wrong. I'm a fan of martial arts, so I'm not like, oh, I have a favorite fighter that I really want Chris to win. I really think she's going to win, but I'll be very excited on a really, really, really action-packed fight. That'll get me going. And Holly's coming out. She looks big. I think she looks really good at 145. I think it was a really good move for her. I think she looks better at 145 than she does at 135. I think it's a lot more comfortable for her. I think honestly the fight with Jermaine Durandamine was, I think that, I don't know. I felt like that should have been her fight anyway. I feel like Holly should have won that belt. I didn't really like that fight in general, so I'm really excited to see her actually fight somebody that, isn't going to throw some dirty shit. And, if anybody knows anything about Chris she's not like that. She's not like Jermaine, so this is going to be a skilled fight. Although Holly looks a little nervous, and I don't know if she looks more, the anticipation is getting her, or I don't know if she's excited, but she looks a little nervous. And I said that yesterday, she looked a little nervous. I'd be a little nervous getting in there with fucking Cyborg, but I'm a tiny lady.
Everybody uses it differently. Holly has always used it to her disposal of how she needs. She might look emotional, she might look hyped up, but this is how she always looks. And she's always sharp, she's always in shape, and she always shows up. She's a warrior.
Yeah, Holly's way hyped up tonight. Which is good though. She's excited. This is going to be a really great fight. I'll show you guys for a second. She's really excited. I'm really excited, guys.
She is looking to humanize Chris.
Holly is like so amped up right now. She is just looks like she has so much nervous energy in there, and I don't know if it's like an emotional thing or whatever, but and I mean I don't think she's nervous. I just her energy is very like she's all over the place in there right now, and I mean I don't know if it's the anticipation or what, but it's pretty. She's amped up. Let's see what Cyborg looks like. Cyborg's coming out now. Cyborg looks as calm as a fucking cucumber. She is just calm, cool, and collected coming out with her nice headphones and her beautiful cross. Chanting. Chris is chanting. Or singing, I'm not sure. She's singing. Chris is funny. She's a cool chick. I like her. I can't show too much, dude. If I show too much, I'm gonna I can't show too much fights. I said this at the disclosure in the beginning. If I show too much of the TV, you get your channel taken away. So I'm not doing that. But I will narrate the fuck out of it for you guys. As soon as this shit goes down and Chris is walking to the ring and she looks amped up, but not like she doesn't have this like jittery energy amped up. She's just like she's ready to get in there. And you know, but Chris has been in there so many times and she's been in there with, you know, the girls that are gonna beat her so many times. I don't know, man. I thought maybe Leslie Smith was gonna do it, but that wasn't even close. I guess she is the biggest name she's ever faced in her MMA career. Because, I mean, what's out there for Chris Cyborg to fight? It's got to be tough for her to get fights, you know? Who wants to fight her? People pull out all the time for the craziest thing, for the craziest shit. Guys, the fight's about to start. I'm not going to show the fights. I will show, like I did the last couple of fights, I'll show, you know, some if I can. Maybe a little in between the rounds where they show a little highlight clip. I might put that in there. But I will make this nice for you guys. Because I know my voice is a little bit terrible tonight, and I apologize. But this is about to go down, guys. And Cyborg looks big. She looks big. She is cut as shit. Yeah, Chris looks ready. She's just calm, jumping around. She's excited. She looks like she's ready to go. Not nervous whatsoever. She doesn't look anxious at all. She just looks like she's ready to get it on. It's about to get it up. I'm excited, guys. All right, guys, Bruce Buffer's about to do the introduction, and then we're going to get this motherfucker going. I'm pretty excited. Bruce Buffer doesn't look like Barney tonight. He's not wearing his purple. He got his gray and blue going. Sometimes he got that Barney purple suit thing going on. It's a little much. Herb Dean's a ref. I don't know if I like that. Herb Dean, ugh, question mark in my eyes. Holly's just like so amped up. It's about to start, guys. Chris is just so ready. She is so funny. She's got this like energy. She's not nervous. She's just, you could tell she is ready to just get this fight going. I'm pretty excited. Oh, guys, it's about to go down. And Stellar and new. Holly Holm. Holly Holm's showing some serious energy right now. I don't know if it's nerves or just anticipation, but she is just fucking has not stopped moving since she got in that octagon. Maybe she's just working off some of that energy. I don't know, but she has not stopped moving literally since she walked in there. She's like running back and forth. Chris Cyborg doesn't look like she's even like, she's like, whatever, I'm here. It is what it is. We're about to fight. All right, it's about to go down, people. I'm pretty excited. All right, it's about to go down. Chris is looking good. Holly's looking jacked. For that reason, this is going to be a banger. Oh, man. I don't know who is going to... I mean, I really think that Cyborg's going to win, but I don't know. Here we go. I can tell you, I don't think it's going to go down to decision.
Holly Holm trying to get into some rarefied air as the first woman to win a UFC title in multiple divisions. She will have to solve this Cyborg.
Here we go, guys. And they're in the middle of the octagon, feeling each other out. Up, they both threw a punch at exactly the same time. And the crowd seems to be behind Holly. They're both feeling each other out. Chris throwing some feints and Chris just threw a nice high leg kick that Holly caught, and Chris threw a couple jabs at the same time. Holly threw I think she might have thrown a kick, but they're now tied up. Holly's got Chris against the cage. Chris is smiling. She's literally just chilling. Holly's got 2 double underhooks and doesn't look like she knows what to do from there, if that makes any sense. And I'm sorry if that sounds, mean, because a lot of people are Holly Holm fans, but it doesn't look like she has a clue as to what to do with Chris in the clinch right now. She's like, got her there, but what do I do? And Chris pushed her off, and that's it. Now they're in the beginning, and they're in the middle of the octagon again. Yeah, Holly had no idea what to do with Chris in the clinch. I mean, I don't know if I would either. But pushing her up against the cage and doing nothing and just laying on her is not going to win you a fight, and it's not going to do anything. Chris threw a couple kicks. Holly answered with a couple punches. Nothing connected. They actually, as Holly just came in to throw a jab, Chris threw a really beautiful punch. Definitely connected. You see Holly winced. Holly just ran in with a couple punches. Didn't do anything. Didn't connect. If this is any kind of marker as the rest of the fight's going to go, Chris is definitely going to win. Oh, Chris just threw a really nice feint with a right and threw a nice kick up high. Chris is throwing some nice kicks to the legs, softening Holly up. Holly's chasing her down with a couple of punches, not really connecting. Chris looks like she's just stalking Holly down, hunting her down, feeling her range, extending her arm, feeling her range, seeing what's going to, but she better keep that on. And as Holly's coming in, Chris is getting some nice combinations on. Which is what Chris likes to do. And I said this in the beginning. Chris likes to make you come to her, and she likes to get you on the way in because she's got some very powerful punches, short jabs. She can get you real quick and knock you the fuck out, or at least knock you down and then get on top of you. So, Chris just threw a nice right. Really nice overhand right. I don't know if Holly's going to be able to solve this equation. She's throwing some punches, but they're not even connecting. Chris just threw a nice inside body kick. Really beautiful. And as Holly's trying to throw the jab come in, Chris keeps on fucking and She's throwing some really nice combination as Holly's coming in, which is not shocking me. That's why I know Chris's game plan. Chris likes to get you to come into her range. And when you come in, she likes to throw some kicks. She's got actually Holly tied up in the clinch right now. She threw a knee. They're pressuring each other. Holly's got her up against the fence. And Chris has an underhook. Holly's got one of Chris's arms trapped, but Chris is about to get it out. And again, Holly's got her up against the fence, but isn't doing anything. She's just pressuring her up against the fence and isn't doing anything with it. Isn't working for anything. I wouldn't work for a takedown against Chris Cyborg either, so I'm not really shocked. You're going to take down a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, you're in some trouble. And they're back to the center of the octagon. Yeah, Holly has not been throwing any of her feint kicks. She hasn't been throwing teep kicks, no oblique kicks, no nothing. Holly looks thick tonight. She looks thick, like her stomach. She's like thick in the stomach, and Holly is just, chasing Cyborg down, and Cyborg's throwing those combinations. Now Holly's got her against the fence and still doesn't know what to do from there. And Chris is just, mushing her in the face and throwing her off. It's a start, like pushing her off like it's nothing. Cyborg just threw a kick and it missed. Ten seconds left in the round. It doesn't look up. They just threw up. Holly threw up a leg kick up high. It did nothing. Chris threw a couple combinations, and Chris threw a really nice Superman punch to end the round. Like at the bell, not after. That was really beautiful. Beautiful Superman punch. Holly went for that head kick, and it didn't do a fucking thing. What does that say to you, head kick people? Oh my God, Chris's nose is, Holly's nose has a huge knot at the top of it. Chris is going to probably beat her ass. Cyborg was looking really good. Amazing. This fight is already amazing. Really excited. The beginning of round 2. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm going to delete that Cyborg post only because I've put stuff up early and jinxed myself, so I'm not going to put that. As much as I want to say what I think is going to happen already, I'm waiting. Every time Holly comes in, Chris is throwing some really nice combinations. And Chris is just stalking her down. They're feeling each other out again. And every time, again, Holly goes to throw, come in and throw some combinations, Chris is just answering them beautifully. Her counter punches are amazing. And that's definitely going to work out for her more in this fight. I can't see Holly doing anything to win this fight. She's throwing punches and really throwing her might into it, and it's not even affecting Cyborg. Cyborg's still throwing these amazing combinations and these great counter punches. You can see Holly's knotted up like she's never been. I've never seen Holly's nose looking like that. Immediately a mouse on the bridge of her nose. Nice big kick to the body from Cyborg. Holly's still trying to find her range. It's going to be hard to find her range. And actually, Holly's not throwing a couple good jabs and stuff because Chris's nose is bloody, but Chris is not slowing down whatsoever. She's still stalking Holly down. Holly's throwing some wild punches and some leg and some high kicks trying to do anything, and it's not happening. She's throwing those Ronda Rousey kicks, and it's not affecting Chris. She isn't connected in the same way. Cyborg, and she's trying to get Cyborg to feed into her, and Cyborg is just, it's working for her, out for her. And even though Holly keeps on getting her against the fence, Holly doesn't do anything with it because she's got nothing to do. She's not going to take Chris Cyborg down. Chris Cyborg's going to beat her on the ground. So she's just going to mush her up, and like she did. So she's doing it for points for octagon control, and that's great. But that's not going to win her the fight. You could tell, one, she's fighting just a slight, I'd say maybe desperately. She can't do what she did with Ronda Rousey. She's not able to do what she did with Betch Correia at all. If she was, this would have been over. And, Chris is not, getting her devastation on like she usually does, but that's also Chris is waiting for her moment right now. As Holly comes in, Chris keeps on doing her counter punches, and Holly keeps on pressing her up against the cage. And okay, so there she actually, while she pressed her up against the cage and went to go throw off, she threw an elbow, but Chris is still stalking her down. So Holly's just, she's trying for something, and she's really trying to like just wear Chris down, but it's not happening. Although Cyborg's not able to find her range and do like an offensive attack at the moment because Holly's got great lateral movement. She's able to evade, and that's why Chris is, having to chase her down a little bit. But she was doing a really good job in the first round where she was making Holly come into her, and and that's where she was finding her counters that were really popping off really well. So now Holly's got her against the cage again. Chris has got her underhooks. Chris now got Holly up against the cage. She's throwing some knees. She's got up, and they keep on trading positions. Holly's now got her up against the cage. But it's funny because as much as like Holly seems like she's really working for it, and she's really trying to pressure Chris, and I don't know what she's doing with it because she's not, it's not like she's throwing any elbows or knees or anything. She's not doing anything while she's up there. She finally threw a knee. But Cyborg's just hanging there. It's almost like she's, if you ask me, she's kind of gaining her composure, and she looked like she was slipped on the way out of that. But, I mean, she's got to be somewhat tired. Cyborg just threw a nice high kick to Holly's face. Two of them make that two. And Holly threw a combination, so did Cyborg, answered it with a combination. This is a great scrappy fight, I have to say. This is a really, really, really great fight for both of these ladies. Oh, Holly, I'm shocked, is like, keeps on going in for the clinch and trying to push Cyborg up against the cage, because if Cyborg fucking catches onto that and takes Holly down, it's lights out. And I'm surprised she hasn't yet. Oh my God. I don't know if you just heard Holly Holmes' corner tell her to, but she's got Chris up against the fence to try to take her down and see what she likes being on her back. You're talking about a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. If you put Chris on her back and you put Chris on the ground, that is not where you want to be, especially when your Jiu-Jitsu is not that great. I am really blown away at her corner's advice right there. And Holly's face is a mess, especially for Holly, who you usually see like devastating girls. Her face is not looking good. She's got a big knot on her eye, big knot on her nose. Yeah, Holly's face looks like shit right now. And Chris just threw another kick up high. Holly's face, I don't know how much more damage she's going to take. Her face is just, that shows the power in Chris Cyborg. And Holly went for a kick up high, and Chris was able to evade it. Chris went for a kick up high, and Holly was able to get out of the way. Cyborg has the underhook. She's got Holly up against the fence. I would love to see her take Holly down. She's got, they're tied up. She threw a knee in the clinch. Now they're in the middle of the ring. Cage. Cage. They're trading some shots. Holly threw a jab. Chris is circling her. Chris just went through a nice right hook and missed. Holly's coming in with some punches. Chris grabbed her and went to go kick her. Holly finally throwing an oblique kick. Holly went to throw the kick up high and missed. And Chris is just chasing her down, but Holly's got that great boxing lateral movement that she's able to evade out of the way, and that's why Chris is having to chase her down. Up, she threw a nice combination at Chris and a kick up high, and Chris is seeing them come, and she's blocking them. Holly feinted with a punch, and Chris came in with her own and actually connected. Holly connected with a jab and went for another high kick. Chris blocked. She went for a... Yeah, Holly Holm is not out yet. She ain't out of it. She's still coming at Chris. She's still trying to knock Chris out. Nope, Chris threw a nice high kick. Holly threw a combination. Looked like she might have connected with a jab. Chris threw a nice combination, a right and a left. Chris just threw a beautiful knee. Beautiful knee coming in. I don't know where it connected, but it did, and you could hear it. Yeah, Holly's using her lateral movement to get away from Cyborg. I mean, it's working because Chris has got to, chase her in, and when Chris chases her in, that's where she does a combination and tries for her head kick. And Chris is throwing some combinations, some elbows, back elbows. Oh, Chris just threw a nice knee and a high kick. Beautiful. Didn't connect, but she don't look tired. Chris is stalking her down. Really fast. Yeah, Chris went for a nice hook kick. It's like, this is just a really good fight for both of them. A lot better than I would have thought Holly's doing. However, if you look at their faces tell a very different story. Holly's face has knots all over it, and Chris's doesn't look like anything. And Holly is actually telegraphing all of her kicks right now. And Chris caught one. Holly went for a high kick and is telegraphing, and she's making those noises, which you can hear when she's about to throw something. So Chris was able to catch it and throw her against the fence. She's throwing some feints. Cyborg is chasing her down with some nice, she's got some great counter punches on Holly. And every time Holly throws a combination, Chris comes in with the counter and throws some kicks, and she's very effective with them. Holly came in for a jab, and Chris got a jab and a nice overhand right. She has Superman punch, a right, a left. She just literally teed off on Holly at the end of the round. That was a beautiful ending to that round. There's no way. If Holly doesn't knock her out, this decision is definitely going to Cyborg. Holly's face is a mess. Holly's got so many knots on her face. They could play connect the dots with her right now. Her face is a disaster. Hold on.
Straight right to the left hook. Straight to the left hook.
This fight is awesome. I definitely didn't expect any less out of these very, very high level competitors. Both these ladies are super talented. Holly still, oh my God, Holly's energy is so nervous and she's bleeding out of her eye. I mean, Holly still got some great cardio to be expending that nervous energy like she is.
After that third round lead, see Holly Holm get one clinch position to slow down the strikes of Cyborg that round. And now we're seeing Cyborg start to read the game plan.
Yeah, Cyborg's starting to get her range, which, you know, if she could get her range and Holly can't. If Holly fucks up once, that's it. And but luckily for Holly, she's a decorated bow. She just caught Cyborg in with a nice jab. It stung Cyborg, and she went for the head kick. Cyborg was able to block it again. It's like a bunch of times. Cyborg's just stalking her down, went for a nice flying knee.
I'd like to see her circle away from the power side of Cyborg for just a round. Just get away from the right.
Yeah, Holly is just. She's taking a lot of damage to her face. She's throwing some combinations, and again, Cyborg with the beautiful counters. That's, I think, where she's taking the most damage to her face is with Cyborg with those counters are just amazing, because that's where Cyborg is able to find her range. Is when Holly comes in, she's able to attack. You know, especially, and then Cyborg threw a nice jab and a kick. Holly threw a combination, didn't connect. Holly went to go throw a fake and threw the high kick and didn't do anything. Chris saw it coming, blocked it. Chris just threw a right, nice right and a left. Chris Cyborg's punches are just so much better. Oh, Chris just threw a really nice high kick at her, and left with a combination of punches and a nice body kick. She's trying to get Holly to come into her game plan, and she's going to get Holly to throw a couple more punches, and that's where she's going to throw her counters and combinations, and I'm seeing that's where the knockout. It didn't happen in the third, so we'll see if it happens in the fourth. I called the third round knockout for Cyborg. I was wrong. Holly Holm with that the I get your noises, I get the energy, but it's just telegraphing everything she's doing. Every time she goes throw a punch, you can hear her scream. It's like, what's up with that? Like, ugh. She's literally, every time she makes a noise, she shows what she's about to do. It's so bad. And as she's doing it, Chris is just throwing kicks and counters, and I think Holly's almost a little overconfident going into this fight, to be honest with you. That, you know, she can do it. She's going to win. She can do it. She can be the best. She can do it. I mean, she can, but she's very overconfident. Especially her corner telling her to take down Chris Cyborg. I was really blown away at that. I'm like, why would you want to take down Chris Cyborg? Because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Like, you're barely a fucking blue belt. Whatever Holly is. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just stupid. That's a very dumb thing to say for her corner. Jackson wink. And they traded a couple combinations. Holly's got Chris up against the cage. Pressuring Chris, but she's not doing anything with it. She's just pressuring Chris, and Chris has got one of Holly's arms, and she's, you know, trying to up, and then she grabbed Holly by the neck and came, and they got off the fence, and she chased Holly down, threw a kick at her, threw a nice combination. But Holly, again, she's a great boxer, so her lateral movement, when she could get out of the way and evade Chris stalking her down, that's where she's finding at least her success of not getting hit that bad. But Chris is coming in, and she keeps on getting those short jabs and the elbows. Chris is just a whole different beast, throwing some feinted kicks there. And she's literally just like, this is hysterical. As Holly's coming in, she's like holding her off. And as Holly comes in and she's throwing her wild punches at this point, Chris is just utilizing her jab, her straight right. That was beautiful. She just literally, she had Holly hurt for a second. I'm surprised she didn't capitalize. She threw a really nice straight right. Holly's head snapped back. Holly went for the head kick, but again, she's telegraphing it. 10 seconds left in the 4th round. Holly's trying to throw some wild combinations just to... Oh, yeah, Chris, watch yourself at the end of the round. She went to go throw a Superman punch at the bell, and that would have been really bad if it connected, and it didn't. Holly looks horrible. Her face looks bad just from getting punched so many times. Chris is definitely showing she's just a better fighter. Chris is a stronger woman in general. Wow. Holly is, it's just, her face is a disaster. Chris she looks good. Chris doesn't look too tired at all. Her cardio is insane. But Chris Cyborg, I don't know if you know anything about her, trains every fucking day of her life. I'm friends with her on Instagram. She's awesome. She trains so much with Gabby Garcia and some of the best fighters over there in Curitiba, Brazil. So she's just on a different level. Holly looks like, she looks like, she just, her eyes closed. I don't even know what to say she looks like. She looks horrible. Chris doesn't even look like she's been hit once. Holly came right in with a kick to the body. Holly's throwing some wild combinations, and while Chris throwing her short jabs and getting right in on the inside where she needs to be. Yeah, Cyborg, this is crazy for her to be going the distance in a fight. I haven't seen that in a minute. One of the best fights I've seen in a while right now. Nice inside leg kick twice by Chris, and she threw some jabs, and Holly went for the Superman punch, and Chris just literally saw it coming and tied up with her and threw her against the fence. Now Cyborg's got her pressured up against the fence. Holly's trying to turn it around. They're fighting for underhooks at this point. I mean, Holly's doing some really good work pressuring her. She's obviously done her homework. She's really doing great in the clinch, but she's not like firing any shots off. All she's doing is pressuring Chris. And Chris, as they're coming off, Chris is throwing these shots and just threw a beautiful, like, grabbed Holly by the head, threw a nice right, followed with a kick. Chris is stalking her down as Holly's just desperately throwing a punch and a kick at this point. Exerting all of her noises and energy at the same time, telegraphing everything she's doing. I don't know if I was somebody, I'd be telling her, like, enough with the noise. Chris is stalking her down. Holly's throwing a couple head kicks, and they're not even hitting Chris. Those head kicks aren't, you know, her best attribute, because if they were, she would have knocked Chris Cyborg out already, and she hasn't. And for a decorated boxer, I'm shocked she hasn't been able to connect that well with Chris. She's gotten a couple jabs in and a couple shots, but her face is a fucking disaster right now. And every time she comes in to go throw something, Holly has, Chris has a fantastic counter, and she's throwing these great rights and left hooks and jabs and coming off with kicks, and it's just amazing. Holly's just throwing fucking wild combinations that aren't connecting and following it up with kicks that are completely telegraphed. You could see exactly what she's doing. Chris is throwing Superman punches, connected, but Holly's still in it. She threw Chris up against the cage. Chris came out swinging. Every time she comes in, every time she comes in, Chris is just teeing off on her. Chris is just throwing some sick counters. I mean, she's gotten some good jabs, and Holly just threw a nice jab, but Chris's counters are just out of control right now. Cyborg's bleeding a little bit, it looks like, but it's just Holly's just throwing just wild, desperate throws and punches, and Chris is just skeeting right out of the way. Holly can't even connect at this point. She went for a hook kick that did nothing. And she keeps on coming in with these crazy little combinations, but Chris is just eating them and countering great with some rights and just some amazing little hooks. And that's why Holly's face is a disaster, especially with the short jabs. Chris is great at those. Holly's trying to throw some combinations, and Chris is just answering, and it's a very one-sided fight. Chris threw a beautiful straight hand right. Holy shit, I'm surprised she hasn't knocked Holly out with that right yet. She's got such great rights. Her fucking power punches are amazing. Holly's footwork is fancy right now, but that doesn't fancy footwork. Oh, she tagged Chris a couple times. She actually tagged Chris at the end of the round. Oh, and Chris answered it with some knees and got her, and she's got her in the clinch, and she's throwing some jabs right now. If I was Chris, I would just keep it right where she is right now. Keep her in the clinch. Work the last 21 seconds out of this fight. Call it a fucking day. I wouldn't even engage too much. And Herb isn't liking it. Herb's telling her to work and come off the cage. It's a fucking Herb team. Fuck you. 10 seconds left. Come on, Chris. Oh, nice knee. Nice knee, Chris. Chris connected with two beautiful knees out of the clinch. Beautiful. Chris, don't get DQ'd. Up, she threw a couple nice punches at the end. And still, I was right. Wow. That was insane. That was insane. Chris is just a whole different beast, guys. She's an animal. She's a fantastic fighter. Wow. Chris Cyborg is just amazing. Guys, I'm going to cut this as soon as they say the decision, so we're going to wait. I mean, I would be completely shocked if they gave it to Holly. I don't think they're going to. That would be just a travesty if they gave it to Holly Holm. Chris Cyborg outlanded Holly Holm every round. Every round. Holly Holm looks like Cyclops at the moment. That bitch looks like fucking Sloth from the Goonies. Her face is all jammed up. But you know what? For her to have gotten in there with Cyborg, hats off to her. I didn't expect any less.
Official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS.
Wow.
Closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. One final time.
Amazing, Chris Cyborg. You guys can watch the decision.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 48-47, and 48-47 for the winner by unanimous decision.
Was there any doubt? Not in my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. Chris Cyborg is the fucking beast. She's the girl. She's the baddest bitch on the planet. Done. Nobody's going to beat her. Until next time, my friends. See you guys on Inked Magazine. Shooting at a Law MMA. Peace. Happy New Year. And God bless you.